Sri RM Jain Group of Schools, we welcome to our online learning initiative, Ekalaiva. Hello, my dear students. Today in this class, we are going to learn a lesson from the book New Broadway Literature Reader for Class 7, Unit 2. The name of the lesson is The Pickwick Club. It is written by Charles Dickens. It is his first novel. It became widely popular. One episode was taken by David Force and given for us to read. That is why it is given retold by David Force. Before learning the lesson, let us know something about the various clubs. Reading club. What do we do in the reading club? We read books. Why do we read books? To improve our knowledge. So it makes us strong mentally. We develop intellectually. Sports club. What do we do in the sports club? We play various games. It makes our body strong. So we will become strong physically. The other club is yoga club. In the yoga club, we do lot of asanas. It helps us to relax our mind and body. It makes our body fit. So we will become strong both mentally and physically. The next club is eco club. What do we do in the eco club? We take care of our environment. So we will become eco friendly. The other club is Fine Arts Club. Fine Arts Club is very useful to showcase the talent of the students. So it develops the overall personality of the students. Likewise, Mr. Pickwick and his friends made up a club and named it as the Pickwick Club. What did they do in the club? Let us see in the lesson, children. Mr. Samuel Pickwick was a fine old gentleman. He had bright eyes, large round face, a full figure, and a generous heart. He dressed in an old fashioned way and always wore glasses. Here the writer described Mr. Pickwick. A fine old gentleman means Pickwick was a very old man. He had bright eyes. Underline the word bright eyes. When do our eyes become bright, children? When we are curious to know something. So, Mr. Pickwick wanted to know everything. He was curious to know everything around him. Large round face. Look at the picture, children. How is his face? Broad and also round. A full figure. He was a chubby person. If you see the picture, you can see how does he look? Very chubby. He was a chubby person. A generous heart. Underline the phrase generous heart. Generous means kind. So he was a kind hearted man. He dressed in an old fashioned way. Underline the phrase old fashioned, it means outdated. He was not modern in his dress and wore glasses. He was interested in everyone he met and everything he saw. He lived in England in the days when people were becoming very interested in science. Mr. Pickwick himself liked science and natural history. Mr. Pickwick was interested in everyone he met. Whomever he see, he was interested to know about that person. Whatever he see, he wanted to know about that. He lived in England. In those days, people of England were interested in science. Not only people of England, even Mr. Pickwick also liked science and natural history. Underline the phrase natural history. Do you know what is natural history, children? It is the study of plants and animals. You can see here in the picture, study about plants and animals is called natural history. He was famous for discovering where the water in the Hampshire ponds came from. If you know nothing about Hampshire ponds, never mind. All you need to know is that Mr. Pickwick's friends thought he was very clever. Mr. Pickwick was very popular for his discovery of the origin of Hampstead Pond. Do you know what is Hampstead Pond? Look at the picture, children. It is a water body which is in London. If you don't know anything about Hampstead Pond, you need not worry about that, children. What you need to know is that he was highly intelligent. His friends thought he was the intelligent person in that club. Mr. Pickwick and his friends made up a club. It was called the Pickwick Club. Mr. Pickwick was, of course, the most important person in the club. One day, Mr. Pickwick gave a talk to the club. The club then made an important decision. Mr. Pickwick and his friends made up. Underline the phrase made up, it means formed. Pickwick and his friends formed a club. They formed a small organization. It was called the Pickwick Club. They named it as the Pickwick Club. Mr. Pickwick was, of course, the most important person in the club. He became the most important person, the chief person in the club. Mr. Pickwick one day gave a talk to the club members, and the club all decided an important decision. The club asked him to go on some special journeys. He should write notes about everyone he met, everything he saw, everything that happened, and everything he thought. From time to time, he should post his notes to the club where the members would read them. So, what did they decide in the club? They requested Mr. Pickwick to go on some special journey and also requested him to write notes about his journey. Whatever he saw, whomever he met, whatever happened on his journeys, everything they told him to record and send it to the club. Underline the phrase from time to time, children. It means often. The club member asked him to post all his notes and his experience to the club member to read. Everyone believed that the notes and thoughts of Mr. Pickwick would be of great scientific interest. The club asked Mr. Pickwick to take three other people on his journeys. These were his special friends, Mr. Tracy Tupman, Mr. Nathaniel Wingle, and Mr. Augustus Snodgrass. So everyone in the club believed means thought. They all thought Mr. Pickwick thoughts and notes would be of great scientific interest because they all considered him as the highly intelligent person and his thoughts would be highly scientific. So the club member asked him to take three more people also along with him on his journey. They were his very best friend, Mr. Tracy Tupman, Mr. Nathaniel Wingle, and Mr. Augustus Snodgrass. So, who are the three best friends who are going along with Mr. Pickwick? Mr. Tracy Tupman, Mr. Nathaniel Wingle, and Mr. Augustus Snodgrass. All expenses for travel, food, and rooms would be paid for by Mr. Pickwick. The club said they could go anywhere they wished and take as much time as they liked. They would start on their journey the following day. Underline the word expenses, it means the cost or money for the travel. So, the club decided the cost for travel, food, and accommodation would be paid by Mr. Pickwick. They also said they can go anywhere they wanted to go and they can spend as much time they wanted to stay there. But with one condition, they told them to start their journey the next day. The next side heading is the Pigwickians. The Pigwickian means the members of the Pigwick Club. The three people who would go with Mr. Pigwick were men of quite different interest and character. Mr. Tracy Tupman was a middle aged man. He greatly admired beautiful women. Women had fallen in love with him and he with them. Sadly, he was no longer as handsome as he had been. See, we know who are the other three Pigwickians going along with Mr. Pigwick: Mr. Tracy Tupman, Mr. Nathaniel Wingle, and Mr. Augustus Snodgrass. These were the three people who are going along with Mr. Pigwick. They were of very different in their interest and character. First, let's see something about Tracy Tupman. He was a middle-aged man. Middle-aged man means he was of age between 45 to 60. He liked beautiful women. Underline the word admired. Admired means adored, respected, or liked beautiful women. Women had fallen in love with him and he with them. The same way, women also liked Mr. Tracy Tupman. Sadly, he was no longer as handsome as he had been. Underline the phrase no longer. It means not like before. But he was not looking as handsome as he had been once. Time and food had expanded Tracy Tupman's romantic figure. When he looked down, he could no longer see the watch chain he wore across the bottom of his waistcoat. His chin had become many chins. But the soul of Tracy Tupman had not changed. He still admired the ladies as much as ever. Time and food means the age and the food habit of Mr. Tracy Tupman had changed the structure of Tracy Tupman completely. He was not handsome as he was once. He could not see the watch chain which he wore across the bottom of his waistcoat. Waistcoat is nothing but a sleeveless overcoat. You can see that in the picture, children. Here, the man is very lean, so he could see the watch chain which he wore across his waistcoat. But Tracy Tupman had become fat, so he could not see the watch chain which he wore across the bottom of his waistcoat. Because of age, his chin started drooping and it had many foldings. But he was very young at his spirit. Underline the word soul. Soul means spirit, spirit or emotions. So he was very young at his heart, so he admired the ladies as usual. Underline the phrase as much as ever, it means as usual. As usual, he started liking the ladies. Mr. Nathaniel Wingle was a young man. His father had asked Mr. Pigwick to take him on his scientific journeys. He wanted his son to see something of the world. Mr. Wingle was a sporting young man. He told everyone how good he was at hunting, shooting, fishing, and other physical activities. His friends were astonished at the things he said he could do. They admired him greatly. Now we are going to see about Mr. Nathaniel Wingle. You can see him here in the picture. This is Mr. Nathaniel Wingle. He was also a young man. His father asked Mr. Pigwick to take him on his scientific journey because he wanted his son to know about the world. Mr. Wingle was an energetic young man. He told all his friends he was very good at hunting, shooting, fishing, and all other physical activities. His friends were surprised to hear the things, whatever he said, because they had never seen him do any such things. But they liked him very much. Admired means they adored him or they liked him very much. Underline the word astonished, children. Astonished means amazed. Oddly, however, no one had ever seen him do any of the things he talked about. Mr. Augustus Snodgrass was also a young man. His parents had died when he was a small child, and Mr. Pickwick had taken care of him. Everyone said Augustus Snodgrass was a poet, but no one had ever seen him write any poetry. No one had ever seen him do any such things he talked about. He said that he was good at hunting, shooting, fishing, and all other physical activities. But his friends had never seen him do any of those things. The next Pickwickian is Mr. Augustus Snodgrass. He was also a young man. He lost his parents when he was very young. So Mr. Pickwick took care of him. Everybody thought Mr. Snodgrass was a poet. Do you know the meaning of the word poet, children? A person who writes poem is called a poet. But no one had ever seen him write any poetry. All believed that he was a poet, but no one had seen him write any such poetry. The next subheading is a horse with a weakness. The sun had just risen and begun to light up the morning of 13th May 1827. Mr. Samuel Pickwick rose like another sun from his bed, opened wide his bedroom window, and looked out upon the world below. He lived in Goswell Street in the old city of London. Everywhere he looked, he could see nothing but the buildings of Goswell Street. See, Mr. Pickwick got up very early on 13th May 1827. Here he was compared to the sun. He rose like another sun. The sun rises early in the morning. The same way he got up very early and opened wide his bedroom window and looked out of the window. He lived in Goswell Street in the old city of London, London, which is the capital city of England. He looked everywhere. He could not see anything except the buildings of